I'm back!
So good day everyone. Today we will be having our first lecture regarding our subject civil engineering orientation. So for our lecture 1, it is all about the history of civil engineering. This is in reference to the civilengineering.com history. So just try to look at your slides, presentations, so that you will be able to know how I am explaining you the history of civil engineering. In our first slide, state there that it is difficult to determine the history of emergence and beginning of civil engineering. However, that the history of civil engineering is a mirror of the history of human beings on this earth. So it just simply said, class, that what we have today, especially the technology and the infrastructures or the structures that is very visible, this is the effect of how engineering or civil engineering evolved. So before, their form of living is just very simple. They don't invest in infrastructures. Their designs, constructions, and whatsoever that is really needed in the field of sciences. So that is correct. It is the mirror of history, mirror of human beings on this earth. Second here statement is man used the old shelter caves to protect themselves of weather and harsh environment, and used tree trunk to cross the river, which being the demonstration of ancient age civil engineering. So as what I have said earlier, class, that what they have before is just a simple living. So I think nowadays, now we are 2020 na atong year. So we are also hearing some news about people who are living in the mountains, in the caves, or even in the isolated islands. So, for example, those people who are living in Fuga Island. So, I've heard in GMA news about that people that they they don't see any doctors. So, see how sad it was, no? So, we are so very thankful about the science, because we will be able to create something, to form theories, and it is with that theories we'll be able to build something, to innovate something that is very useful for everyone, especially in the community. Okay, so next slide we have here, civil engineering has been an aspect of life since the beginnings of human existence. The earliest practices of civil engineering may have commenced between 4000 and 2000 BC in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, when humans started to abandon a nomadic existence, thus causing a need for the construction of shelter. So, of course, people might change, or people change, no, they want to improve their lives. So since sa una, kings, rulers, they know that rulers and kings have good shelter to live. So that is why people are trying also to experience something that is beyond, that is that is very good for them in the future. So they try they try to go in some places that are developed also. So during this time also, transportation became increasingly important, leading to the development of the wheel and sailing. So I just simply said that with a, a very good development about the transportation or the construction of the buildings, of course there is also development of roads, highways, bridges. So when you talk about also sailing, so uh, the the it talks about the ocean or the river or something that is used by through uh, transportation going from one place to another. So like boats, so there is changes of uh, system in transportation also. Okay, for our next slide. So until modern times, there was no clear distinction between civil engineering and architecture. So class, we have to be very careful about this one, huh? Uh, of course, civil engineering and architecture are always trending, especially now this 2020. So since we are still student, do not act or do not react something that you do not know. Instead, respect, because it's not about respect, it's because we are professional and it was mandated by the law. So once it is mandated by the law, they have their own job and we have our own job. Ana lang ka-simple. Sometimes mga God, people are thinking or might seeing different ways. Okay, they are thinking that some architecture or architects can do civil engineering works, and civil also will react, something like that. So they are complaining also why architecture are doing this one, because this is civil engineering works. Some civil engineering works also, or some civil engineers also uh, can do something or can design something uh, that an architect should do. So both sides have different perspective. But the bottom line here is that we need to respect each profession, because they have their own, we have our own law. It was mandated by the law. So just respect. You are bounded by this job, you do this job. You are bounded by that job, you do that job. It's good sometimes that you have that special skills that you can do both. No problem for me. But as long as it is limited by the law, so that is a legal matter. So if there are laws, so you have to abide, be a good citizen, in short. So taski ang topic about civil engineering and architecture. Next, and the term engineer and architect are mainly geographical operations referring to the same person, often used interchangeably. Yes, correct. Next one is the construction of pyramids in Egypt, circa 2700 2500 BC, might be considered the first instance of large structure construction. So of course, di pa man sad kay maglayo atong edad, no? So, of course, dagan na kaya natin dunggan even before pa sa atong elementary days. So, kadahog na taaning pyramid of Egypt. So, when you try to Google it, so, saray shape, no? Pyramid. So, sa may pyramid, sa may shape sa pyramid, na siya'y triangles, sides. Then yung base dayon is square. Okay? So that is considered as one of the large structure nga before nga manual or meaning man-made yun siya. So imagine how they are working that pyramid in Egypt. I don't know kung exist pa ba ang pyramids no sa Egypt. Among naag niya ta dito sa kuan mga manan ni Kupit. Pray lang ta. Okay, we have to go next. So this example of the Great Pyramid of Giza demonstrates the exceptional engineering skill of ancient Egyptians and hold many lessons for their modern counterparts, says Professor Peter. So, says Professor Peter Dipney. So, na yung mga story behind that pyramids. So, ito lang kita into deep kay ato alang is at least we know what is pyramid and it was considered as old structure. So this one, so have you seen the this picture also credited to Google. I searched in the Google. So almost perfect no ang iyang pagka-create. So just stones. Tsada kay nga pagka-plaster. So this bigger stone na dili ni siya stone nga 2 inches lang, 3 inches. Dagko ni nga mga bato. Nga gibira pa doon to sa taas. So ang pag-construct na, of course, dili kita magsugod sa taas. Sud po, no? Sugod kita sa base para maka-form ta og pyramid. See? So nice yung view. Okay, next slide. Around 2550 BC, Imhotep, the first documented engineer, built a famous stepped pyramid for King Duzar located at Saqqara necropolis. With the simple tools and mathematics, he created a monument that stands to this day. His greatest contribution to engineering was his discovery of the art of building with shaped stones. Yeah, correct. Those who followed him carried engineering to remarkable heights using skill and imagination. Ancient historics of engineering construction include the Kanat water management system, the oldest, older than 3,000 years and no longer than 71 kilometers. So, taas siya, 71 kilometers. So, kung ang sumurag iligan o Cagayan, no? Taas kayo nga water management nga plan. So, I think na ko pictures diri. So, kani siya kuan naman ni siya, diagram lang ni siya. So, diagram lang ni siya about Kanat water system irrigation. So, this purpose is for irrigation. Meaning, ka ng ilang engineering before about water management. Next is we have the Parthenon by Elkitinos in ancient Greece. So this Appian Way by Roman engineers. Nabatay pictures. Kani siya. Sikat kini siya sa architecture, no? So at least makaila lang taan yung name ani. Parthenon by Elkitinos. So mostly kita kuha na ba sa architect na sila yung mga kita na history. The Great Wall of China. Okay. So, tanaw na itong pictures. See? Wow. So, that is good. That is nice. This existing, no? Ang Great Wall of China. I think some of you also are, I think, nakabisit na siguro dire. Sana all na lang tani. Nice siya, by the way. One of the kanang man-made structure nga grabe ka tsada ang pagkakuan. Murag, I think, murag na ako nadumduman nga, I think, one of the creation nga dool daw sa moon. I don't know, no? Pero wala pa ko'y facts na. Just correct me if I am wrong, ha? Please, thank you. So we have to go to our next slide. So in this discussion also, class, we'll just try to visit just some of the pictures and the names of the structures. We will not go into a deeper uh, understanding. What I mean is kana bitang magdig pa ta sa yung history kay it will take time, and also horot atong oras, horot gid atong oras ana. Just try to visit and some to know and refers to know some of the historical structures that might be useful in today's generation. So next is we have the Sinacrebs Aqueduct. So it's about water. So na water diha. Then next is Sleeping's irrigation. So irrigation gyapon water system ni. Para sa mga nagtanom na see the picture. Yes kana. Dili lang siya familiar kayo ang picture. Julius Caesar's bridge over the Rhine River built in 55 BC. Numerous bridges built by the other Romans in and around Rome. So ando yung nakita ninyo ang bridges made kahoy. And next is Pont du Gard, Roman aqueduct. So aqueduct yapon siya sa France. So mostly no nasa Europe. The last one is the extensive system of highways Roman. O kani siya highways. Pero ang highways nila sa una as you see sa picture niya is kanang ano gid siya. Lagi mga kuan gid siya bato, stones ra gid na siya. Kailangan nang i-plaster. So sa una okay na kay na. No? So naka kuan ang engineering sa una. Next is we have the extensive irrigation system constructed by Hohokam Indians. So Indians also na sila irrigation system. Salt River is around 600 AD. First dike. So dikes po diya ilaha sa Salt River. Then next is we have the Netherlands around Alkmaar Railroad Eastern Branch. So okay, let's go for Machu Picchu. Taas to siya. Machu Picchu, Peru. Also sa Peru ni class. I think this is all about the stories of igneous water resources engineers. So it's about irrigation yata ni, drainage system, water. Has also made up food production and stone structures so advanced that they endured for over 500 years. Wow, this is very good idea, no? I think also sa tuwa naman tayo Machu Picchu, no? But it's in the form of chaman. To the pit, there is a may Ifuga rice terraces. So, although late na siya na-construct, but the effort that the people create that structure is very good, no? They were able to find or to plan something that is helpful for their bitang ilahang source of living. So especially sa mountains, so baha or water pag ulan, asa nila i-store ang water, so lisod man ang system. So that is one way, that is engineering, how we will be able to connect or to allow water to flow without without wasting it, kumbaga. So if we will try to connect that one sa ato ang generation today, say magyaw-yaw ta because we don't have water, we don't have clean water, and very evident no nga people are nang depending on mineral waters na yun. Sa unang panahon, class, I am not sure kung ma-term na ito sa unang panahon na, but late 1990s. So, I was born in late 1990s. Puso ron mi sa una class, deep well. So, sa una, okay lami naman kaya ang tubig sa deep well, tangan lag ice. Pero karon murag, because I also experience water potability, kanang bitang iya ang pH level or kanang iya ang DS or total dissolved solid sa water content. So namo na siya yung mga bacteria na coliform ana. So mga waste sa tao, especially kay dagan na tao cute. So una good kay ang tao are living sa mountains, so medyo dili ra kay na gamay pa ang population, of course. So dili pa kay na naka-crowded. Karon, especially sa city, no? So karon I am living the city naman, so medyo safe dapat ito sa water. Then sa kuan, most ng uban mostly mobalik yung bukid, no? Bukid is real or bukid is life. Kay ang ubang tao is ganahan gid sa bukid magpuyo, especially aside sa fresh air. Lami kuan gid ang water nila clean, gikan gid sa tubod pa. So especially Bukidnon, dire sa atong places, Bukidnon is one of the good place. Then po sa may Iligan, sa may ito sa bukid nila po naapo na dito. Asa wala mga falls, daga sila falls diha sa may Lanao. So, actually, Mindanao is one of the best area to visit sa mga tubod-tubod o sa mga falls. Kaya Virgin Forest, dagan may Virgin Forest karon sa Mindanao. Pero lagi na people are also having this kaingin works kay may mga demand of building houses. Although kuha na siya DENR karon, they are also kanang bitong practice of converting lands into reclamation area for housing purposes. So no comment lang ta na class ha. So kamo na lang mag-think anas. Kaya sa makaigot taog dili na to maiko. Just be careful about that matter. Well, anyway, excuse me. As long as it is a good engineering and good practice, and all people are trying to plan for the best, and there is no problem about that matter. And also, for our next slide, a treatise on architecture book called this is all about kanang book of architecture. So nala siya. So I am not familiar about this one. It's my first time. So muni sila yata ang sa Roman gyapon ni siya. This is one of the book used by the engineering ancient times and the architects also. Is used by their emperor Caesar Augustus as a guide for building projects. So mura siya og specifications class. So I will try to discuss that one in a millennial form. Before building something or creating something, engineering and architecture have to design or have to design something that is in specifications, meaning there are allowables, restrictions, ranges, acceptable, not only saya ang not only in the materials, but also the purpose of creating that structure. So yun na ba? How to build structures that are good for everybody. Dili man gud ka pwede mag-create og structure. Kanang mga dinagawa what I am telling here is or discussing is kanang mga dagkong structure. For example, creating roadways or building roadways. Ano na ba? Pero kung magabalay lang siguro na may standard houses, so labi na kung personal lang nga balay, so dili man ka na restricted ang specification ana kay own man, but still karang sa new building code namang gud ta gitawag nga there is a building permit. So ang building permit is a requirement of such structure nga dili siya mo sobra sa gi-allow sa government. So nanana siya sa tong government may mga specification nga nagkuhan. So one of the specification I think para lang sa kung nibawan is kaning existing nato sa DPWH, kaning DPWH Blue Book natay put National Structural Code of the Philippines or NACP para sa structures designs na tayo gitawag nga NBCP na National Building Code of the Philippines, and daghan pa na sila, daghan ka na sila mga books. Sa architect is I am not sure kung kuan, pero naana sila kanang marag naayata na sila sa National Building Code of the Philippines, and di ko familiar silang books nga kuan, but eventually kanang as per government kuan kita, as per government standards kita ma-follow kita kay we are bounded by the law. Dili pwedeng magbalay ka na kuan ka na bitang magbalay ka niya kung 10 meters by 10 meters yung balay mong yuta na imong balay nga pud kay 10 meters gihimo nimong dalan or sala ang or gihimo nimong kuan ang gihimo nimong kanang playground ang karsada. Okay pa, dagan may iguan na sa syudad. Yung parking area ang syudad. Ouch. Naigo ko na. Dagan may iguan na. Sorry sa mga naigo, no? Pero, dapat yun ma-implement ang law para masunod ang tanan. So, dagan kayo pa buhaton. Especially sa kanang bitang implementing of rules kay tao magud imong kontra. So maski ang ga-implement kay nakasupak gyapon. So unsaon na lang, no? Dili basta-basta maka construct git kung dili siya approve kay dili siya pwede kakasuhan sa karon nga panahon. Pero kanang parking dili sa kumo storya na kay dagan kayo problema na. So problem of course. So dugay kita ani nga kuan kaning specs. Kay kamo mga future civil engineers, first year students, I know for sure nga kanang you are eager to learn. Unsa din na sa civil engineering akong pagkahibalo is tukod lag balay inani, pero yes, correct na siya, pero before doing that na ata i-understand why you need to do that one. Okay, so nana ang ato ang mga rules as civil engineer someday. Okay, also here if you have questions also you can just try to comment and just try to chat me because it's our new normal. Okay, let's go to our next slide. Throughout ancient and medieval history, most architecture design construction was carried out by artisans such as stone masons, carpenters, rising the role of master builders. So sa una wala man gid ng civil engineers, mga carpenter gid na sila, mga mason or nitawag kana. Kasi mag-construct ani mason lang na sakto na. So karon man gud kay Mga lately ang engineering mangod kay although less kanang mga labi na sa mga new graduate, no, less ang experience but knowledgeable sa mga butang-butang, meaning na ay mga over design na apoy so may kuan sa over, so less designed nga mga structure, so dapat insakto lang kay ano mo niyo namgay owner kung public ang owner samot, kung private ang owner okay lang. Ay problema kay imo man ang buildings, away mo diya, bala mo diya kung sa inyong gusto kanilang akong budget sa balay magpagkuan ko plano ana anong mahal man sa mas limo man ang ginawa mahal kaayo. So that's engineering, this technical, that is why nang eskwela ta, because we need to learn. Lisod kayo mag-drawing, lisod kayo mag-scale, lisod kayo maghatag time, effort. Dili naman na siya kay basta-basta drawing. You have to create something kanabtang presentable at the same time na siya'y story. Why 2 meters? Why 3 meters? Why 5 meters? Why 6 meters? Tanang sizes nga imong gi-apply for your plans, designs, variables, tanan nga parameters are considered to be technical. Okay? But of course, in reality, nagi-experience ang mga foreman. It's because nauna sila yung work nga nauna sila. Kita, bago lang. So, kung kita po new engineers, kaya as akong experience, new engineer ko, I have to learn from the site or from the field. Sa inyo man siguro, sa inyo ang curriculum, 2018 and 2019, there is also designed manggod nga. You are going to have your OJT or on-the-job training where you will be able to witness or experience, not only witness and experience of being a civil engineer sa site, dili lang sa office. Kay kung sa office ramgod ka na yung mga dili masag kumingon nga na ay minor sa office, but that with a given short period of time, it is better to have or maximize it going outside. Ay kay kami sa una kay both sa akong experience as OJT before, kailangan siya balance na may field na field na pod mi office. So akong ihata ang simple akong experiences kanang existing karon nga Golden Haven. So wala pa na siya na construct before. Kami anang prepare sa dalan for site clearing. So mando ta sa operator, mga grades, mga slopes na survey na atong buhaton. Kapag abot niyo sa kusina, you're going to interpret the data you have gathered. See? So inana ka technical ang engineer. You have to interpret nganon na unsa day na added to. You have to study again unsa ka kumbuhaton. Sounds simple, but you are going to use your technical knowledge. For example, pagkuha na matundalan kinatoy mga dito nga kana may mga deep nga mga 0.7 meters. Tsaka itong buhaton, magkuha ba ka o material para i-fill dito or nabay system ani. Tsaka dapat pang rabat to dito ba? Tsaka itong buhaton na ito nga dito ra ba ang dalan dapit. So see, that is engineering, not only the engineering, but you're going also to decide something. Suggest something, recommend something to your boss, direct supervisor. Do not directly act, especially when you are in OJT. Ask permission, ask questions, and always understand things. I just hope that you will be able to witness or to discover or to experience the good engineering practices lang. Dito ta sa good experiences. I just hope. Kay, mao lang. Okay, next, ako taas ka. Knowledge was retained in guilds and some of them supplemented advances. And also structures, roads, and infrastructure that existed were repetitive and increases in scale were incremental. Balik-balik naman akong ingon knowledge. One of the earliest examples of scientific approach to physical and mathematical problems applicable to civil engineering is the work of Archimedes. Diba? Have you remembered Archimedes Principle? Okay. So this is about understanding the buoyancy and practical solutions such as Archimedes' crew. So according to Archimedes, the buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. So meaning, kung unsa tong na-displace or nayabong nga water sa imong nabutang nga weight, equal na sila. Okay. Magbutang ko 5 kilos, naay butang ako sa tub, ni-spill siya. Katong na-spill, automatic 5 kilos, dili na nimo siya i-count. That is, ang principle. Okay, next, Brahma Gupta, an Indian mathematician. Okay. Mathematician ng Indian, no? Always man ng Indian, mathematician gina sila. Okay, next slide, we have the educational and institutional history of civil engineering. So in the 18th century, that is the term civil engineering was coined to incorporate all the things civilian as opposed to military engineering. The first engineering school was the National School of Regis in Paris, France, was opened in 1747. Wow. So, gigamit man yun ang civil engineering or ang engineering sa military man yun na nag-practice. Okay, just try to understand also and read na lang diri aside. The first self-proclaimed civil engineer was John Smithson. So, take note ani ha. Who constructed the Eddystone Lighthouse. Then, 1771, Smithson and some colleagues formed Smithsonian Society of Civil Engineers. See, so na yung mga creation of groups. So, daga na kay groups karon about engineers. And, kanang bitang mga companions. So, through there was evidence of some technical methods and was later more than a social society. So, of course, creating something is needs to be kanang bitang kanang opinion sa uban kinahanglan para ma-assess, ma-evaluate ang mga butang-butang related to it. Okay, picture here. Next is we have first engineering society was in London, founded by Thomas Telford. So the institution received Ria's charter in 1828. So sa charter, i-define nila ang civil engineering. So muna siya sa picture si Thomas Telford, Engineer Thomas Telford. So sa civil engineering reality, ilang i-define rin nga. Civil engineering is the application of physical and scientific principles, and its history is intricately linked to advances in understanding of physics and mathematics throughout history. Because civil engineering is a wide-ranging profession, including several separate specialized subdisciplines, its history is linked to knowledge of structures, material science, geography, geology, soil, hydrology, environment, mechanics, and other fields. Meaning, scientific principles. So, meaning, you have to know physics and mathematics. So, kamo kay first year man mo, na may physics. Although, natudlo naman ang physics sa high school. No? O senior high, swerte gali mo kay duha yung high school. Swerte pa? Or, so, duha ka yung physics, na may physics. High school na may physics sa college. Sa pangyaring. And also mathematics, of course. That's what I have said. I have to design. So mathematics is one of our foundation. To share it with you, sa experience na ako, no? Kaya daghan man lagi memes, lagi engineering ka, wow. So bright kag math. I don't know how to say it, but sa ko self, dili lang ko, ingon siguro ko I don't think I am bright sa math, pero I love mathematics. Ano lang, siguro, kung ako siguro i-rate ako ang rating, sa mga average. Ang igo lang yun ta, maka-learn. Dili ko ng mga excellent kay dili po ko excellent. Enough lang ako knowledge for that. So, okay lang. I love mathematics also. I love challenges. Mathematics challenges, kina-equal. No, basta kay, I love mathematics. Although, na mga problems nga, ganahan ka o digli, anam nga na bang kakape ba ni. Pero, that's part of our journey, part of our understanding and becoming a civil engineer. After 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years even. Okay, so na ating mga subdisciplines diri ha class. So you are going to check naman knowledge structure, material science, of course, you need materials, geography. Geo means earth. Graphy is meaning a map or an area location. So kung siya located. Geology is study of soil. So it's about logi is study, no? Geo means earth man. So study of soil meaning classification, structure, physical, characteristics of soil. Hydrology is all about water flow, direction. Environment, of course, I think ang environmental engineering magod kay sa civil engineering. I don't know kung siya, pero apa siya sa branch wide magod ang engineering with civil. I think part siya because of the construction, especially kaning mga construction sa atong dalan, no? Ano bitang may go ang mga landmarks, kanang may go ang mga old trees nga 100 years na daw gitanom, no? 100 years na gitanom, no? Sabi kadlok ng mga kahoy. So naka nga muyo diha. May mga old houses nga may go upon widening. So wala tayo mahimo na. So that's this environment. You have to protect also the environment upon construction. So for example, reclamation. Example, ginako always ang reclamation. So one of the best example yata is, I don't know kung one, pero part sa engineering mungod ka ng itong kaning naitabo sa may sa tawag kaning na ay Manila Bay, kanang they are trying to convert the area, not convert, but kanang they want to add dolomites sa seashore para mahimo siyang limpyo. Of course, dagan supak, but engineering department would not create or build something wala siya study and useless in the future. Basta tuo lang mo sa inyong kurso. Do not decide something and dili ka sure. Ask always. You are going to ask always. Okay? So, dagan supak. So, normal na siya naging supak, but how you are going to answer them? Through facts, through data, through experience, through analysis. through softwares, through designs, through behaviors, characterization. So that is engineering. You have to answer them. You have to explain them about that one. Not because you like to put the dolomites just because I like it. Dili na siya pwede. Dili na siya Facebook. Imo na siyang i-react. Okay? Love o like. Sana all care. Okay, anyway. Let's go. The next one. Sapit ang tawaman. Kamay na lang. Okay, you have to read lang siguro aning side. Kamu lang siguro mag-read. Next slide. Next is we have the history of engineering, ancient construction techniques, a prehistoric civil engineering structure. So it's all about structures na. This time, lahi na akong source si brighthubengineering.com. So ako nang i-credit sila always kay ilaha maning slides. Ako lang gihulman. Okay? So here we have civil engineering involves the design, construction, and maintenance works, such as roads and bridges and buildings. It is a wide statement. Civil engineering involves the design, of course. So what I have said earlier, you have to design. Aron maka-construct, so na construction. So design is from thinking skills, yung critical thinking. Construction is about implementing the job. It's another civil engineering. How to perform the job well, how to decide something in the construction, how to budget the cost of the project. So that is civil engineering. And also maintenance of the works. Of course, after constructing it, you are going to maintain. Why? It is because it will last. In order for it to last, no? Kaya na ay mga kanabitang itawag na to nga kanabitang workmanship nga dili perfect, no? Upon construction along the way, okay na pwede na no problem. So wala dito ni-check, wala dito kuan. So dili reality class kaning construction nga word is walay perfect a construction. Along the way nagi problem. Muna nga we have to minimize the problem. Okay, inyo haraban ng name, kamo nag-design, kamo nag-construct. Anya pangit pagka-construct because sagdan lang ninyo. So ayaw, you have to clear, or you have to be very careful about the construction. Maintenance, okay? Maintenance works who karelate ko ani class because I am working as a maintenance engineer dani sa tong school sa USTP together with our boss or our supervisor si Engineer Neri, Engineer Jem, o si among duha ka architect si kuan na pare si Engineer Claribel, then among duha ka architect tulo ay si Architect Aspiras, Architect Arayo, si Architect Monsanto Lucar. Tada mo ang draftsman niya kuan taga India. Okay. So next data is a science that includes variety. Okay, ako na discuss na ako ni. Kaning discussion class kaning tasks were accomplished by utilization of manual labor only without the use of sophisticated machinery since it did not exist. So muna akong gingon before, wala pa may machinery, so manual. So example katong pyramid of Egypt. Next is therefore civil engineering works could only be realized with the utilization of large number of skilled workers over an extended period of time, of course. Next slide is it might appropriate to assume balik-balik naman niya. Wala ko na check. So ang uban ani classes na balik na. Kaning next slide p. Kaning the rules and civil engineering in ancient times. The stated above, civil engineering considered as the first main discipline engineering. Modern engineers were, in fact, the military engineers were expertise in military and civil works. Okay. So, I think for civil engineering also is a modern engineering sa tanan, no? Especially sa mechanical, electrical, electronics. So, civil engineering wide atong ang area. So civil engineering and military in ancient times also have this what they call connections. So katong uban di ay basin napatay chance, no, sina gusto mag-military di, so pili ra gyapon after graduating civil engineering kay sayang man po nag-enroll na mo. Okay. You have to check katulgo na mo ko klase. Sige, next is 18th and 20th century. So hapit na ta. Hapit na mag 2020. So you have to read this one lang ha. About societies. American Society of Civil Engineers is the first national engineering society in the United States and it was founded in 1852. So just to read about this one. Modern concepts in civil engineering. Wow, kanina. Numerous technologies have assisted in the advancement of civil engineering modern world, including high-tech machinery, selection of materials, test equipment, and other sciences. However, the most prominent contributor in the field is considered to be computer-aided design o kaning CAD o computer-aided manufacture. Kaning CAD. So, sa una, so ginawag ko manual pag ang drawing. Pero tsadag mga agi sa una, gamay rami ang mga basta, no comment na lang. The next is civil engineers use this technology to achieve an efficient system of construction. Kuan ni siya class kana bitang because of the technology mas dali siya mangman. So, for example, mag-drawing ka. Sa una man kay pag mag-drawing ka dapat clear. Submit na nimo. Pero it will take time kay sometimes ugaw gubaw. Okay kay maman. Pero kaning CAD mong class kay you just try to input sa CAD. Pag wrong, edit lang dahil. Dali to kayo. Ingon lang din siyang i-print out. So, for example, mga buildings. Dami na karon buildings ng mga tsada na kayo. Kung wala tay CAD, then dili kay siya na naka-prominent. Okay? So, here, natin mga pictures nga available and makita man ninyo sa slide. Ano yung mga lahinag mga noun, no? So, therefore, it is a combination sa architecture and civil engineering. So, despite this, instead ng mag-away, no, we have to collaborate, respect, and try to to be a profession nga you want to learn something from them. Another way around. Sila po gusto, kita po gusto. Dili kay compete siya for whatever it is. So, ilahan na po to class. See, so mga na yung mga structure diya nga mga lahin na mga new sa to pero ga-exist siya. Okay? So, that's it. So, naman yung mga activity. Ako nang i-plaster sa inyo. So, I'm sure sa inyong mind karon is you are excited to learn more about civil engineering. I-assess na to self if sakto ba ang course nga ako nakuha and happy ba ko nga kani akong ikuha or taman tungod ba sa akong ginikanan nagkuha ko ani nga kurso. So depende sa inyo ha kung how far you will go sa ato ang course as civil engineering, no? Of course, as faculty, no? As faculty sa ato ang school, uh, we are willing to share our knowledge, because a student man pod me before, and I know for sure nga dili lalim ang atong giagian for the new batch, especially the 2020 batch, no? Nga mag-college nga into online platform. Lisod siya kay because wala ta na practice. So kung ato siyang i-apply sa real situation sa civil engineering, if dili dita mag-practice, lisod siya. Dili lalim because namutay iya nga mga situations. Money status, financial, family status. So ang karon ang gakuan is financial gyud. Kinsa kay mag-support sa ako pag eskwela. So that is so personal, no? I cannot comment about that one, but what I can share is how far you can go. Meaning, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to sacrifice everything because you need to because of your dreams becoming a civil engineer? I know for a fact that ano bitang walay kwarta kay dira ko gikan kana bitang unsay buhaton ako sa akong kwarta nga 20 pesos in 1 week kana. So if people can do something lang, the help of our government, and you are always try to break glass, I know that having this opportunity nga nag-eskwela ka sa atong school would be a great help sa mo ang future, no? Atong school is wala na tuition, no? Pero dili ra man kay tuition lang ato ang kanang bitang atong obligations sa atong life na atay mga kaugalingon nga mga priorities also. Okay, so medyo personal to siya nga take class, no? Okay, because it is my first time also to discuss to online platform. Although mas lahi man yun ang discussion kung naata sa classrooms. Siguro lang just try to comment lang if you have something nasa inyong mind nga i-comment or i-ask. Mugin ako always class, you have to ask questions gyud kay dili man makabalo inyong teachers kung naglisod ba mo or wala, or unsay mas makapaayo sa both sides. Maayo sa imong parents, maayo sa imuha as ng eskwela, ug maayo sa teachers, especially sa atong school. So always refrain from online bullying, refrain from any ranting, no? And try to participate. Explain lang nato sa atong parents nga it will be okay. It will be okay. The soonest the better. So okay, so I think that's all for today, no? Thank you for listening to my discussion. I hope that at least in my 1 hour discussion you will get something out of it, no? Dili lang kay kanang Serious ninyo ang mga butang-butang kay aron pod na ma-apply sa inyong real life. Okay, class. So, tingog naman ang kuan class tuko. So, tingkatulog na siguro kay 9 naman. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. And I just hope nga I will be able to meet you all sa to ang regular class puhon. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Good day, everyone. Bye.